Have you ever noticed how loudly the world moves? Trends rise like sudden waves. People rush toward them, arms raised, eyes wide, hearts racing. The newest phone, the latest investment, the next big opportunity, the promise of fast wealth, waiting just beyond the horizon. It is a spectacle. And yet, the truly wealthy are often nowhere to be seen in the crowd. They are not at the front of the line. They are not shouting. They are not filming for attention. They are not chasing. Instead, they are sitting quietly, observing, waiting. While others sprint toward what is new, they turn their attention toward what is steady. Have you ever wondered why? Why those with the most resources, the most access, and the most power are often the least interested in what everyone else is running toward? Why the rich do not chase trends? If you've ever felt the pull of hype, if you've ever found yourself jumping from one opportunity to the next, this reflection is for you. So relax your shoulders, take a slow breath in, then out. Let this play in the background as we explore the quiet truth behind those who build wealth without ever needing to chase it. Trends have always existed, long before the internet, before social media, before notifications and viral videos. In ancient markets, people followed what was rare: precious stones, spices from distant lands, new fabrics, exotic metals. In every era, there was the new thing, the exciting thing, the thing that promised status, security, or advantage. And in every era, there were two kinds of people: those who reacted to trends, and those who understood them. Today, trends move faster than ever before. One moment, a product, a stock, or a coin is unknown. The next moment, everyone is talking about it, everyone is buying it. Everyone is sure it will change their life. We are told we must move fast, act now, don't miss out. The world speaks in urgency, and urgency creates noise. But wealth does not live in noise. It lives in clarity, in timing, in observation. The wealthy know something most people are never taught. Trends are not created for you to profit from. They are usually created for you to fund. When something explodes in popularity, when everyone is talking about it, when you feel the pull to join in, that is often the moment where the true opportunity has already passed. The quiet investor knows this. They understand that by the time a trend reaches the public, it is already late. Not because it won't go up, but because the real advantage was months or years before. And so, instead of reacting to what is popular, they shape their world around what is inevitable. This is the first difference between those who chase and those who attract. One follows the crowd, the other follows understanding. The average person lives in reaction. They see what others are doing and respond accordingly. If the market climbs, they want in. If it drops, they panic. If something is popular, they want to own it. If everyone wants it, it must have value. But the rich do not live in reaction. They live in positioning. They are not asking, what is everyone buying? They are asking, what will still matter in 10 years? They understand that trends are emotional. They rise not because of logic, but because of attention. A trend is simply a collective agreement that something matters. But collective agreements are temporary. Attention moves, desires shift. The crowd forgets. What was once essential becomes outdated. What was once rare becomes common. What was once everywhere disappears. The rich don't want what everyone wants today. They want what will quietly endure tomorrow. This is why their choices often seem boring. They invest in land, in infrastructure, in timeless brands, in systems that move slowly but last forever. They are not excited by speed. They are comforted by stability. While others chase what rises fast, they choose what grows quietly. Because fast growth almost always hides fast collapse. You can see this pattern repeated again and again. In markets, in fashion, in technology, in lifestyles. When something becomes trendy, it becomes crowded. When it becomes crowded, it becomes fragile. The rich avoid fragile. They seek strength. They are not impressed by how high something can go. They are interested in how long something can last. This difference in thinking is the difference between a moment of success and a lifetime of stability. Now, think about this for a moment. How many trends have you seen in your lifetime? Clothes, shoes, diets, training styles, social platforms, business models, cryptocurrencies, side hustles, dropshipping, NFTs, meme stocks. Each one arrived like a promise of transformation, and each one was replaced by the next big thing. But land is still land. Energy is still energy. Food is still necessary. Shelter is still essential. Human nature is still human nature. The rich invest in what does not change, while others chase the wave. They build the shore. Now, understand something deeper. Trends appeal to a specific part of the human brain, the part that wants excitement, belonging, validation. There is a deep, ancient desire to not be left behind. It is the same instinct that kept our ancestors safe in tribes. To be part of the group meant survival. So, when millions move in one direction, your brain whispers, "Go with them. It is safer there." But in the modern world, the crowd is no longer safety. The crowd is risk. The crowd is leverage for the few who understand it. Those who create the trend rarely participate in it. They build it, they ignite it, they fuel it with emotion, and while the world rushes in, they quietly begin to step away. This is one of the greatest illusions of modern wealth. People think the rich are following the wave, but in reality, they were already exiting before the crowd even entered. You do not see them in the frenzy, because they are already somewhere else. They are positioning for the next decade, while others are reacting to the last week. This is not because they are smarter, it is because they are calmer. They are not controlled by urgency. They understand that wealth is not built through speed. It is built through patience. Trends make you feel like time is running out. But true wealth knows that time is abundant. For those who act wisely, the rich don't chase trends, because chasing means you are already behind. Instead, they observe cycles. They understand that everything is seasonal. Boom, hype, saturation, collapse, silence, recovery. They do not enter at the peak of emotion. They enter at the bottom of doubt. When others are afraid, they are curious. When others are all in, they are stepping back. It is not dramatic. It is not exciting. It is quiet. And this quiet approach is what makes it powerful. If you watch them from the outside, it seems slow, uninspiring, almost boring, but time is on their side. A trend is not just a product, it is a psychological wave. When someone chases a trend, they are rarely chasing a good decision. They are chasing relief, approval, safety, or a sense of being in the right place. Trends tell you, you are late. Everyone is ahead. Don't miss out. And the brain, especially an uncertain brain, is programmed to respond to fear of missing out. This is why people buy at the top. This is why they sell at the bottom. This is why they jump from idea to idea, from opportunity to opportunity, from hustle to hustle. They are not building, they are reacting. But the rich do not build their lives on reaction. They build on response. A reaction is fast, emotional, urgent. A response is slow, calculated, detached. Trends are loud. Wealth is quiet, and the quieter the decision, the more powerful the result. Most people think rich people are obsessed with money. In truth, they are obsessed with leverage, leverage of time, leverage of systems, leverage of distance, and trends require presence. They require attention. They require constant movement. They require emotional investment. Trends pull you in, but wealth pulls away. The rich person doesn't want to be at the center of the storm. They want to be above it, far enough to see patterns, far enough to feel nothing, because money is not made in the moment of excitement. It is made in the moment of patience. Where the average person looks for the newest thing, the rich look for the oldest principle that still works. Where the average person says, "This is hot right now," the rich ask, "Will this matter when the noise dies?" This is why real estate remains. This is why ownership remains. This is why simple, boring assets often outperform spectacular ones. Boredom is not flashy, but it is loyal. A person who follows trends is always starting over. New phone, new business model, new strategy, new secret. Every new trend resets their progress. They never go deep. They never master anything. They never allow time to multiply their effort. But wealthy people understand something that sounds simple, but is actually very rare. Depth beats novelty. Doing one thing for 10 years will create more value than doing 10 things for 1 year. Trends seduce with variety. Wealth rewards with consistency. This is why the rich don't chase the hottest industry. They find the most durable one. This is why they don't chase the next big thing. They refine the one they already understand. Consistency is invisible until one day it becomes unstoppable. Trends cost more than money. They cost identity. When someone chases trends, they become flexible, unstable, shaped by everything outside of themselves. They don't ask, "Who am I?" They ask, "What is popular?" And slowly, without realizing it, they disappear. The rich are guarded about their identity. They build it slowly, quietly, on purpose. They don't want to look rich, they want to be rich, because looking rich keeps you busy, but being rich sets you free. Trends demand proof. Wealth requires privacy, and the highest level of wealth is anonymity. One of the biggest lies trends tell is, fast is better. But in nature, nothing valuable happens quickly. Trees don't rush, oceans don't hurry, mountains are patient, and yet, they are the strongest things on earth. Money is a natural force, and like all natural forces, it respects patience. Those who move too fast fall apart. Those who are willing to wait eventually own the ground everyone is standing on. Trends compress time. Wealth stretches it. The rich are not in a hurry. They understand that time is on their side. And when time is on your side, you have already won. Trends are most attractive. To those who are unsure who they are, a trend gives them a ready-made identity. Now I'm the crypto guy. Now I'm an e-commerce owner. Now I'm doing real estate. Now I'm into AI. Their personality becomes a costume. Their value changes every season. But the rich have an internal anchor. They are not defined by what they do. They are defined by how they think. This gives them stability. They can watch 100 trends pass by and feel nothing, because nothing outside of them is strong enough to pull them into urgency. This emotional control is one of the greatest financial advantages in the world. Trends feed on visibility. They need likes. They need shares. They need reactions. And attention has a price. To chase attention, you must perform. To perform, you must care about how you're seen. And when you care how you're seen, you give your power away. The rich quietly avoid this trap. They don't want an audience. They want ownership. They don't want applause. They want alignment. They know something most people forget. The moment you care less about attention is the moment life gives you more power. Silence becomes a strategic advantage. Privacy becomes a form of wealth. Being unknown becomes a kind of freedom. Here is a quiet truth. Trends are not created to make you rich. They are created to make someone else rich. Someone who entered earlier, someone who created it, someone who is selling it. The crowd is always the exit, and the rich understand timing. They either enter before everyone sees it, or they don't enter at all. They refuse to be part of a crowd that is moving together without clarity. Where the crowd sees opportunity, the rich see risk. Where the crowd sees hype, the rich see leverage by someone else. This is not pessimism. This is perception. And perception is everything. There is something deeply human about wanting to belong. And trends promise belonging. They whisper, "Join us. Be part of this. Don't fall behind." But the rich understand a quiet truth. Belonging is expensive. The moment you need to belong, you lose control of yourself. They choose solitude over noise. Not loneliness, but sovereignty. The most powerful place a human being can be is rooted in their own mind. Not pulled by crowds, not shaken by headlines, not defined by temporary movements. The rich don't reject trends because they hate them. They reject them because they understand them. They see them like waves. You don't chase waves. You learn the ocean, and the ocean is patient, deep, unconcerned with surface-level drama. To become truly wealthy, you must become like the ocean, calm, observant, unmoved by every storm. This is not just a financial lesson. It is a spiritual one. So now, quietly, ask yourself, how many things in your life are truly important, and how many are simply trends that you followed because everyone else did? How much energy, how much money, how much time have you given to things that no longer matter? And how different would your life look if you stopped chasing and started choosing? If you stopped reacting and started responding? If you allowed silence to guide your decisions rather than noise? Because in the end, trends fade, voices quiet, crowds move on. But what you build in stillness, what you commit to in patience, what you nurture without applause, that is what remains. That is what grows. That is what becomes wealth. And in that silence, in that resistance to urgency, you may finally find not just financial freedom, but something greater. Inner freedom, a quiet mind, a steady heart, a life that does not rush, because it has already arrived. If you enjoy calm reflections about wealth, subscribe for more. So long, friends.